On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. On the right side, it's Smith. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes
a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Scott. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms. Hoping one, a little bit of a jab. The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The screen does give him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all. There he goes left side. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike. On to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 3rd and 14. Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So there's
open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And their first play of the day all wrapped up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Hurts now from the gun. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts to throw. Barkley's got it. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's a throw. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great. 73.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. Setting up the running back screen. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, a run with Barkley. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Don't touch that. Don't touch it.
They go to Barkley again. And he's brought down for a loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Wait. Don't touch it.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has a man. It's Brown. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Oh, wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Wait. Don't touch it.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Hurts throwing again. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run here on first down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Now, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll throw it. And this is intercepted. Broke through the tackle. And the Eagles come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle. A long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Barkley. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just...
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Hurts setting up to throw. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles take possession of the football. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the pistol, Hurts. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Achane again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Set. Ready?
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set the knee. Go.
Dropping back to throw. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Option play. They give it to Barkley. He breaks a tackle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Eagles hoping to grow their lead before halftime. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 42. Able to get it to Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Wow, wide open here, complete. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt. You go with what you think is your best option. There, they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play coming here. It's taken in by Mingo. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Miami. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
Looking to the air here. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it's second down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Shut up.
He'll throw it yet again. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Come 19. Go. Ready.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. Give him 32 on that play. And that's gonna give the Dolphins a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Second and 3 now.
Let's go now. Take go.
Throwing it again here. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Offense in the hurry up here. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Second down carry for Achane. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Check smash. Set.
3rd down run from Achane. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Here we go. Ready?
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stopped by Chop Robinson. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. Oh, stiff arm. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's Saquon. Breaks the tackle, still going. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Throwing it to start this drive. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Got it. Ready? Shut up.
They'll try and throw it here. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Eagles get to it.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Great, set.
They motion the tight end over. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 3 now. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Third and 4 coming up now. Now Hurts. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go! 65, cat. 65. Go!
Here's a chain up the middle. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Come on.
They'll stick with A-Chain. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A-Chain on the inside give. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Devon A-Chain with the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle, well, can mean a touchdown.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Good.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motioning the tight end now. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. Barkley's got it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Connects on the crosser. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
They give to Barkley, left side. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. The back grabs it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Don't touch it. 63. Don't touch it.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
Dolphins 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on 1st. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Got Mingo, it's complete. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, set.
He's dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on fourth.
Trap 60, trap 60. Shut up. Hut, hut.
Throwing now from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face second down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, down.
They are throwing it again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Pass play now. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Chased out to his right. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on fourth down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Miami.
Hey, yo, fresh out the fresh out the beta game in my jeans, black slap. What do that mean? song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans.